Hello viewers, welcome back to another lesson on Archicad. Please like our page below. So as we continue from the previous lesson, we talked about how we can insert columns, how we can change various surfaces for slabs, how you can design slabs, and also have a 3D view. So the next one we are going to do is how we can insert beam. So in the beam tool, on the toolbox, when you click on the beam tool, you click the beam settings dialog box, and then under the geometry and positioning, we can change. You can have the width of the beam. This is the width of the beam, which you can change. Let's say 200. It will depend on the type of project that you're working. Beams are always structural, so you can have a concrete, or it can be structural or concrete. You can change. Then we come to the height of the beam. It will depend with your height. So the height of the beam there, you can also change. Remember, our beam will go up to the next level of 3 meters above the current floor, which is our ground floor. So here you can change the height of our beam. Then in the model, same thing with other components that we have used or tools. We have the surfaces here which you can change by clicking and then change the surface for your beam. Or you can just click all of it and then you link so that they can have the same surface. Then you click OK. So after doing that, now you want to draw your beams. So beams are drawn the center of the walls. So as you draw your beam, you click there, then you just go straight on. You can see the beam color is also green. Yes, then you can join. Also join the So when you look at our plan, you'll see our beams already been shown. So to view the beams in 3D, you simply come to perspective, and then you shall see our beams shown at the top of the walls. When you pan, you'll see our beams shown at the top of our walls, like that. So that's how we design beams. You can still come back to ground floor. When you double click on the ground floor, you want to add another beam at this area, you click and then drag up to the end. The beam shall have been added to our floor plan. So that's how we design beams, how we insert beams along the walls. It is not a must that it has to be along the walls. Maybe there are some supporting beams which are just across a particular hollow section. We just come and then you draw your beam. You'll see the beams have a dotted line and they are green in color. So when you turn back to 3D, you'll find our beams drawn there on top of the walls. Usually beams go on top of the walls when you on the dialog box for the beams. We can go back to ground floor by double clicking. So having done all that, so I want us to see how now we can label our rooms. For example, you need to have a documentation on how you can label your rooms or sections of your building in a plan. So we go to document under toolbar, under the toolbox, Then we have the text. Even when you click on the text, you'll see we have the text settings dialog box. You can change the height of the text. Now it will depend. So you can click. Then the text dialog box will open up. So you can change, you can either change it from here, height, or you go to the text dialog box and then change the height. So once you've changed the height, to detail to name your section of the room, you click on the first corner and then the last corner of your text, and then the dialog box will appear there. So you can type. Maybe if it is like a, can make it caps. Bedroom. You can highlight the text and then change the text height to 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. Then hit your enter key. So you can see that can be bedroom 1. Then you click out at the typing area. Now, I want us to see how now we can just copy this text. When you click on a text or any other tool here, you right click on your keyboard, you right click on the mouse, then you come to move, then now you can drag multiple copies. When you have the multiple copies, so you just click and then you place. You place them in various areas. Yes. Then you come back and click on your arrow, click out. Then now you can edit this text by double clicking. Then now you can give it a name like 2. You will need just to change. Click out, double click. Maybe that can be your kitchen. Double click, click out. This can be maybe master bedroom. So that's how you also edit text in Archicad. Then this one can also be your corridor. Just highlight and then you type corridor. Sometimes you want to orient it in that direction. You can take it up or down by rotating. When you click one of the nodes, you come to rotate. So you can rotate. You can click one corner, then you rotate. From there, you can now simply drag. You drag and place it there. Yeah. This one, simply double click and then highlight, then you change the name. It can be a store, for example. Yeah, then you click out. So once again, you see now how now we are using text tool to name or to detail various sections of our house plan. So the text cannot be shown in 3D, it's just a 2D. So we cannot view a text in 3D. Yeah. So check your elevations nicely. You'll see the beam coming on top up to that level of level 1 or story 1 or first floor, whichever name you give, you'll see in that elevation. So we have got various elevations, 4 of them as shown in the floor plan. So that's how we insert beams, how we can use text to name parts or regions in our project. Thank you, and let's move on to the next lesson.